Welcome back, guys, to Icy. Last time we defeated Gorg and finally crawled out of the sewers. This time, thank you, we reach Ultimopolis, a ghost town. Oh, that's like a church over there. I never realized that, actually. Holy crap, that's like a church. Yeah, I've played this game 100 times, obviously, you guys can tell. But anyways, let's
Icey
explore this
searches
ghost
around
town.
the house for a trace of someone, a mark of some presence. It seems as if everyone has been wiped out. The culprit? Most likely Judas.
So as you guys see, before the narrator rudely interrupted me, there's little secrets scattered throughout the world. Like this little door window here. And these little secrets have little treasures. Not every treasure you get will lead to a 3-minute cutscene.
Icey decides to head deeper into town, not hesitating to follow the arrow.
You know what, narrator? I'll listen. We'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be
Icey
good, boys.
ignores the warehouse in the distance and continues to follow the arrow.
Warehouse? You know how much I like a warehouse. Let's go in. Oh, these things are not as annoying as they look. They're just mines. You can activate them just like that. Bomb.
Icey enters the warehouse that is completely devoid of any living creature, just like the attic.
I thought that was a shoe. I was like, is that a massive robot foot? But no, it's just cables. Again. Feel free to explore little areas like this. You'll find treasure. You'll find money. Money. Makes the world go round. Let's go over here. Well, he said attic. Misleadingly enough, there is no attic here. But where you want to go is in these boxes.
Are you kidding me? Ugh. Again? Can't you just follow the arrow at least once? Well, this level was never finished. Do you realize how much inconvenience I've suffered trying to make a successful game? A few flaws, a few bugs here and there. It's normal. Like this place. I never finished applying the colors. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're thinking. In reality, it's really difficult to make a game, and it's very easy for problems like this to appear. Just wait a minute. I know you don't trust me. I'll just have to show you.
Man didn't finish the level. He didn't finish the level. To be fair, though, there's a lot of games have unfinished areas or projects that they just hide within the game itself. Because sometimes it's just easier to like put something to the side than actually just remove it entirely. It's fairly common. That's why when people go digging through the like data mining through games, they find like a bunch of hidden things.
Here. When making a good game, fun gameplay is of utmost importance.
Nice picture.
I've been iterating on prototypes for over 10 years. Can you believe it? That's an entire decade. Here, let me show you my first prototype. This is a very early version of the game. You could change to a long-range weapon so that you could use both melee and ranged attacks. But then I thought, who in their right mind would care for such an amazing weapon? No player would want it. Not a single one.
I want a ranged weapon in this game.
So, in the end, I completely abandoned this prototype. That brings us to the second version. In the second version, there was a sort of mix between the demonic enemies and the player. You could absorb the enemy's powers and use them for your own. But then I ran into a big problem: cost. Don't you think it would be a waste to spend so much time on making such a complicated game, only to run out of cash halfway through development? After all, games do need to make money, so I cut this version as well. Unknowingly, 10 years flew by in the blink of an eye. With all the effort I spent, I think a few scattered bugs or missing features are entirely acceptable. I just want you to understand me and empathize with me. I sacrificed so much trying to make this a fun experience for you.
You lost weight?
I spent 10 years of my youth on this. Even if you're not entirely enjoying the experience, don't you think you could give the game a 5-star rating? Like this.
I love the fact this game is on mobile.
Besides, who's gonna dig this deep into a game? The visuals are stunning. Buy it. The producer is famous. Buy it. There are so many reviews. Buy it. I thought that's all people considered when buying a new game. Like a machine spewing out cash. Do you really beat all the games you buy? Games are about entertainment. Don't place too much value on a few mishaps here and there. People will still buy the game even if the servers are bad.
Smash.
People will still buy the game if there are bugs. So, man, why not buy another?
He has a point. I feel like there's some games I buy that I just don't finish. After ascending the Holy Throne, Judas was able to finally carry out his plan. After developing System I, he transferred all his followers' memories into a virtual city called Automopolis. At the same time, with System I's help, the Chosen One, Icey, was born. Well then, don't we learn a little more about our little protagonists every single episode? Alright, while I'm actually on this menu screen, I do want to talk about something that is related to the production of this Let's Play. I would like to apologize, not apologize, but I just want to bring it that it would feel wrong for me not to say this. So episode 2 and 3 were recorded at the same time. Right now I am re-recording episode 3. Originally, so I did episode 2, I did episode 3, I edited them and everything. I deleted episode 3 because I'm be honest, I had midterms, I had work, I was just so tired. And I uploaded I say season 2. I uploaded episode 2 and I thought it was alright. Thought it was alright. And then I saw episode 3, which I recorded after episode 2, and I was just way too tired, and I think I just hated the video. I hated how I sounded. I did not do the Let's Play justice. I would have felt I do feel a little dirty about episode 2. I kind of wish I redid it as well, but it's a little too late for that. It's already up there. But I at least did have the chance to redo episode 3. And again, I do want to do this Let's Play justice, and I think it's just better if I don't have the energy to record, to just like not record and like just skip a day. Like that's fine. But again, I still feel like episode 2 of IC was a bit lackluster when it came to like my live commentary. The gameplay was amazing and all that. But yeah, I think it's a good eye opener for me at least, where you know, when I'm tired, I should just not do the commentary. Like I should not record if I'm tired. And yeah, I feel bad about it, but I promise that these next episodes will not have me being tired. But anyways, episode 1 was great. I just wish the audio was a bit better. But what the first episode is always the hardest to make. But I do like how episode 1 came out. But enough about me ranting. Let's continue on. Actually, before we keep exploring Ultimopolis, I do want to go back to the Lost Woods. Why, you might ask?
Icey has left the laboratory.
Definitely not to hear
She
that again.
understands that as long as she follows the arrow, she will Oh, more soldiers
So,
sent by
yeah, if
Judas
you-
to stop Icey. Kill
Narrator?
them.
Okay, so as I was saying, so if you do go back to an area, you do have to replay those events. So in this case, we started back in the beginning area, and we had to rehear all the dialogue from the narrator. But the reason I want to do this is because I want to show a little something. So I'm going to speed run through this real quick. Deja vu! I've been in this place before.
Icey
Deja
reaches
vu!
a quiet
I'm gonna
hill,
copyright for that, aren't I? God
illuminated
damn
by
it, I forgot
light
about these enemies.
dancing off of the lake below.
One thing
She
also I
is
wanted to bring that up and not just like hide it from you guys, besides the fact that I felt dirty about it, is the fact that my money would be different. And my money would have exposed me that I re-recorded it. But anyways, I will meet you guys at the bridge. Alright, so we're back at the bridge here. I've made quick work of the enemies. So instead of activating the bridge, let's actually just
What? How did...
Let's see. I do not need to fight you guys. I do need to fight you guys. Ah! Alright, they're all dead now. Let's
A
see.
disgusting
No,
swamp
I am not.
rests
We're not doing this
unmoving
cutscene again. Come
in
on,
front
come
of
on.
Icey.
Speedrun, speedrun.
She must carefully jump across. Icey arrives in the moonlight forest.
Okay, okay.
In front of her waits
Is
the... Wait, where's the bridge?
Alright, so this is the part I wanted to show off actually. So we went through the whole, we had to go through the whole sewer area. But we can also just do this.
Right, just keep following the arrow. Whoa, what? How did you come in here? Something's wrong here.
And here we can find a little statue, not a little statue, what am I on about? We found a statue of Thor, the boss. Wait. Don't look at this, don't look at this. I just realized this is a re-recording! Oh my god, look where we are, guys.
Icey arrives at an unnamed town. There is not a soul in sight.
Unnamed town. Yeah, I wouldn't call it that. It's literally Ultimopolis. But yeah, so there is a couple instances where you can just skip areas. Again, since this is 100% Let's Play, I did not want to show that off right away. But it's just to see, it's just for you guys to see that if you want to speedrun this game, you can definitely speedrun it. What was I gonna buy? I already bought Sweep, I bought Skewer. Why am I going? Okay, there it goes. I'm just trying to get everything to level 1.
Into town. Icey ignores the warehouse in the distance and continues to follow the arrow.
This time, we will ignore. We will listen. God damn it. Little moth things. I hate these little moth enemies. One thing I forgot to mention about them is that they have 2 ways of shooting lasers. They could actually, if you could show it off. Moth, shoot me. So he does little lasers like that, or he could do a moving one. You want to do the moving one, buddy? Please, cherry on top. Ah, you're dying. So he mentioned the attic, and I remember when I was trying to get 100% in this game, I was like, oh my god, that's a hint. So I would literally come here and like just wait for like 10 minutes to see if anything happened. And nothing. Yeah. Let's go in here. But yeah, because back when I got the game when it first came out, and there was really no like Let's Plays or like guides on it online. So I literally got all the achievements just through trial and error. Like I would literally wait in the most obscure places for like a cutscene to happen, and it'd be like, why is nothing happening? I just want 100% the game already. Ba 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 ba. I know I mentioned this in the last episode, but I just love the art design of this game. It suits it so well. Another thing I used to do was just like dash up to go into the attic, quote unquote attic. Alright, I'm not gonna upgrade anything yet. I'm gonna go down here, do the opposite, and we're gonna go into the basement. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Thor, the second boss of Icey. Thor is not that big of a threat. Now I know that sounds contradicting, and also I might have spoiled the boss fight earlier, but Thor really isn't that bad. I don't know what else to say. He's unlike Gore. Gore has very fast attacks. He has his screaming attack, he has his grab attack, and those are all extremely fast attacks that have like absolutely no wind up to them. And honestly, for first timers, they could give them like a lot of trouble. Not to mention, Gore can eat you, and he has a really good pounce attack. In this case, Thor is... his attacks have a lot of wind up. And the reason they have a lot of wind up is all his hammer attacks are shield breakers. So if I get hit by that, my shield is getting annihilated. Not to mention, it's not just the shockwave you need to worry about, it's also the hammer. The hammer also has its own hitbox. But other than that, his only other attack is the missiles that he shoots, and those are pretty low damaging. He's a pretty underwhelming boss, to say the least. I find him significantly easier than Gorg. You see, in the time I took explaining this, I killed him.
As Icey defeats Thor, the gates to Ultimopolis slide open.
That's not eerie at all. Yes. Yeah, I had a teacher once tell me that if anyone ever wanted to become a scientist, that scientists are very sloppy people when they did research. So like a messy desk would be pretty normal. And they went on to explain that well, I forgot what vaccine it was. The vaccine was discovered because a scientist left an orange peel on like the lab table, and they left it there for so long that it got moldy, and then one of the virus or like bacteria samples got on it, and the mold actually killed the bacteria, and that was like that's how they developed the vaccine. I forgot what vaccine it was, but yeah, apparently that was a thing. I can't say if it's true or not. I was like in elementary school when I was told this, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Where it's like sloppiness saved the
Icey
world.
enters the warehouse that is completely devoid
The
of
reason I'm
any
here is
living
because I want
creature,
more money.
just like the attic.
Yeah, as I said before, if you replay areas, the treasures will always respawn. Alright, let's get out of here. Just a little story, yeah, that I remembered because of the sloppy lab. Oh, now you want us to go over here. Alright. I guess I'll listen.
Icey follows the arrow, getting closer to the main gates of Ultimopolis.
Let me open this up real quick. You can. I know you covered this before. You can upgrade your health, shield, perception, regeneration. I'm getting perception mostly because I like getting the crystals and spamming the AoE attack.
What Icey must remember is that she must always follow the arrow. Otherwise, she will be lost.
Right. Ooh, okay, new enemy, new enemy. This guy, I named him in the test playthrough. I'm not sure if I liked it. I want to name him again. I feel like Roly Poly is a good name. Gunner was like mid. And then Arms kind of made sense for not to do it. Spiketron felt like it was trying a little too hard. Moth was also me being lazy. So this enemy, I will call him... I called him Chivalry, that'll be his name. I called him Calvary. I like that. I like that. Alright, so this is Chivalry. He is a pure melee unit who has a shield, as you can see. We fought him in the tutorial. He's one of the few enemies that has a lot of health, and because of that, you can execute him twice. Again, he's a purely melee enemy, so if you stay in the air, you can pretty much just avoid everything he throws at you. He has a little hop, a little dash attack, and his shield. There's nothing too special or unique about him. You can always make pretty quick work of him. There we go. I love the Icey execute for this enemy though. She just beheads him. Also, I love how the game is a big critique on game development. As you can see, this little doll here has been reused so many times in like all over the map. Like this little doll here that I'm standing next to. You see it everywhere. It's amazing. The game does reuse a lot of art models. But it's so pretty, I can't get mad.
The gates to Ultimopolis are open. Icey is one step closer to Judas. All she needs to do is continue following the arrow.
And that we shall do.
Icey enters Ultimopolis, only to be greeted by an empty shell of a city that once flourished. Only the dilapidated buildings give some hint of Ultimopolis's past splendor, of what used to be, before Judas brought destruction.
I just realized this. This is supposed to be Starbucks, this little icon here. Oh! I am learning new things every day. I've played this game so many times. Why did I not realize this is supposed to be Starbucks? That's cool. Okay, one thing. We will go over this later. It is side. It's not a side quest. It's like a extra. It's like an extra minigame kind of thing. I will go over that later. Are you gonna say something, narrator? I paused because I thought it was gonna interrupt me. No, no, we're good. I swear he's okay. I guess not.
Icey arrives at a metro station and decides to take a look inside.
I knew it. I called it. I called it. But anyways, I wouldn't say discovered Ultimopolis, but we rummaged through the ghost town. Yeah, that sounds good. We defeated Thor, and this time we'll head into the metro. Anyways, I'll see you guys then.